Hello all. In this video, we are going to talk about how to configure converged access mobility architecture on unified wireless LAN controllers, followed by mobility configuration on next generation wiring closet. Converged access mobility architecture can also be called as new mobility architecture. This video contains three sections: topology, which we are going to use for our configuration; configuration using graphical user interface on both unified wireless LAN controllers as well as next generation wiring closet. The last section will be configuration using command line interface. For your note, unified wireless LAN controllers supports both old mobility architecture as well as new mobility architecture, and by default old mobility architecture is enabled. Next generation wiring closet controllers only support converged access mobility architecture. So to support seamless roaming between next generation wiring closet as well as unified wireless LAN controllers, we need to enable new mobility architecture on unified side. Configuration section will explain how to configure mobility group name, creating different switchpair groups and adding mobility agents under it. Also how to add peer mobility controllers as a member of the mobility group. Before we move to the topology section, let's see how to enable new mobility architecture on unified wireless LAN controller using GUI as well as CLI. This is my 5500. By default, new mobility architecture is enabled. Let's go to controller, mobility management, mobility configuration. You can see the new mobility architecture is not enabled. Let us enable this checkbox and hit apply. You can see the pop-up says enabling new mobility will change WLC mobility architecture from old to new. Also, system will reboot for new mobility architecture to take effect. Before click OK, let us see the equivalent command in CLI. Let me cancel it. We are moving to the console session. This is my server. I have created simple alias to connect to the controllers. This is my 5500 and you can see the show mobility summary. You don't see the new mobility architecture is enabled. Config mobility, new mobility architecture, enable. Enabling this CLI needs a reboot. Let the controller come up. We'll parallelly see the topology which we are going to use for our configuration. This is the topology which we are going to use for our configuration. You can see two subdomains, subdomain 1 and subdomain 2. Mobility subdomain is the set of devices managed by the mobility controller. Each mobility subdomain has one MC which will be responsible for the mobility events across the switchpair group, also to communicate with the other subdomains. So in subdomain 1, 5500 is a mobility controller and it has two switchpair groups, switchpair group 1 SPG1 as well as SPG2. Each SPG has a 3850 acting as a mobility agent. Subdomain 2 has a mobility controller as 5760 and it has a switchpair group SPG3. SPG3 has a 3850 acting as a mobility agent. Switchpair group is nothing but grouping the mobility agents and it will be configured on the mobility controller. Let us check the 5500 whether the new mobility architecture is enabled fine or not. I am checking in my 5500. It is booted up fine. Show mobility summary. Here we go. I am going to make mobility configuration through graphical user interface. As per our topology, we have two subdomains. I am going to configure subdomain 1 first, then followed by subdomain 2. In subdomain 1, 5500 is a mobility controller. In step 1, I'll configure the mobility domain name. Then I'll create two switchpair groups and map mobility agents under it. In step 3, I'll add peer mobility controllers as a members of the mobility group. This is my 5500. Go to controller. I'm going to name mobility domain name as mobility. Click apply. Go to mobility management, mobility configuration. You can see the new mobility architecture is enabled. Go to switchpair group. I am going to create switchpair group and I will map MAs under it. SPG1 is my first switchpair group. Hit apply. You can see the bridge domain ID and multicast mode. Those are not mandatory options, so I'm not going to enable it. Click apply. Go to switchpair group member. Hit new. You can choose the SPG1 and I'm going to add my mobility agent under it. 9.11.81.10 is my mobility agent. Click apply. Now I'm going to create another switchpair group, SPG2. Click apply. Go to switchpair group member and I'm going to add another mobility agent under SPG2. SPG2 9.11.82.10 is my mobility agent. Click apply. Now I have created two switchpair group and mapped mobility agents on each of it. Now I am going to add a mobility controller as a member of the mobility group. Go to the mobility group. You can see the default local mobility controller. Click new. The member IP address is nothing but the IP address of the mobility controller 2, which is present in subdomain 2, 9.11.76.10. So I have added my mobility peer so that my wireless client can seamlessly roam across the subdomains. Now I am done with my 5500 mobility configuration. I have to map my 5500 mobility controller on mobility agents. I am moving to my mobility agents. Go to configuration, controller, under mobility management, go to mobility global config. Here you can see the mobility role as mobility agent. You can map for 5500 mobility controllers IP address here. This is my 5500 IP address. Click apply. And I have another mobility agent which is mapped to my second switchpair group, 9.11.82.10. Go to configuration, controller, mobility global config. You can see the mobility role as mobility agent. I am configuring my 5500 IP address, which is a mobility controller. Click apply. Now I am done with my subdomain 1 configuration. Now I am going to configure subdomain 2. 5760 is my mobility controller. This is my 5760 controller. As we did in 5500 mobility controller, I'll create my mobility group name followed by switchpair group, then mobility peers. You can see the mobility role as mobility controller. I'm going to configure mobility group name as mobility. Click apply. Now I'm going to add switchpair group 3. Go to switchpair group, click new. I'm going to name it as SPG3. Click apply. You can see the switchpair group get created. Click SPG3. Click new. Here you are getting the option to add your mobility agent. 9.11.77.10 is my mobility agent. Click apply. Finally, I am going to add my mobility peer. This is nothing but the subdomain 1 mobility controller. Go to mobility peer. You can see the default local mobility controller. Go to new. 9.5.72.10 is our mobility controller peer. And you can see the mobility group name. No need to configure this. If you are not configuring mobility group name, it will take the default one. If you are going to add your peer which is in different mobility group name, you can mention that mobility group. Click apply. It will take few seconds for all the mobility terminals to come up. Now I am done with 5760 configuration. I am moving to the mobility agent 3 and I am pointing 5760 IP address as a mobility controller. Go to configuration, mobility management, mobility global config. I am pointing my 5760 as a mobility controller in subdomain 2. Let us wait for few seconds and check whether the mobility tunnels are up or not. We can see in the 5500 mobility groups, you can see the mobility peer group is up. And I am checking my mobility tunnels on mobility agents. You can see the mobility agent 1, both the control link status as well as data link status is up. And mobility agent 2, both the links are up. And I am checking on 5760, which is nothing but subdomain 2. You can see the peer is up. And the switch peer group, both the link status are up. And meantime, you can check in the switch peer group 3 mobility agent, which is also up. Now we are done with the mobility configuration using graphical user interface.